Aloha, shalom. We are in this funny space again, but here we are. Okay, space, time, doesn't even matter when we're in this realm of timelessness. In the archetypal realm, everything that we bring up is outside of the time and space. So wherever you are, go within to that place, that timeless place that exists within you in your heart of hearts. And here we are as one. I'm going to go ahead and set up, and I'm going to start shuffling while everybody tunes in. For those of you who've never seen my blanket, this, like the starry night sky, represents the firmament. And let me know in the comments where in the world you're tuning in from. So I'm tuning in from Sedona, Arizona. Where in the world are you? And remember that this video gets loaded to YouTube and Instagram, Rebecca Magic. So if you want to share this with someone and they're not on Facebook, just wait till the end. And you can share via those sources. And feel free to share this video directly here from Facebook. You can send this while we're live to anyone who is hurting right now or struggling and maybe could use an uplifting message. Or maybe you want to send this video to someone who can help further activate this message. Someone who you regard as powerful, empowered, present, balanced. You may want to share this video while we're live with your favorite group on Facebook. Lightworkers, star seeds, whatever. Just people who are doing the good work. Again, as you're all tuning in, let me know in the comments where in the world you're tuning in from. So good to see you guys. We got BC in the house. Let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. And so there's no right or wrong way to shuffle, you guys. Remember that it's all about connecting to the deck, which is connecting to yourself and really feeling into it. For me, it's really knowing that I thoroughly shuffled all the cards, knowing that I connected with each one, which represents connecting with each part of myself or each part of the whole. New Zealand in the house. UK. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the Hebrew cards. And remember, we're at the final quarter, so this is what I like to call the in-between week, right? We had the full moon last week, and that was all about really just taking in the whole picture of everything going on. And now we're at the point where we're processing that. We're integrating what we saw, what was revealed, and we're creating a space for the new moon next week. So we're in between two cycles. We're ending one cycle and setting the grounds for the new one to come. All right, so beginning with the tarot deck. We just want to say thank you. We're all here present for this message. Thank you in advance for this message that is about to come through, this map of guidance, so that we can do our best with the least amount of effort, so that we can do the most with the least. This is the divine design of nature and the cosmos. So thank you, me, we, one, for this message. So the current focus, which is also known as the challenging gift, and a little glimpse into the future. And remember, I've shared this many times, there's no way to predict the details of the future. However, the sages of old know that there's always a predictability in the patterns and the cycles and seasons of nature and the cosmos. So that's what we're asking for, a glimpse into that, what's coming next. So from there we can dream and envision in a place that is clear and in a place that, you know, we have confidence in what is coming to a degree. We have confidence in what is coming, meaning the most important part of what's coming, the pattern that's underlying what's to come. So from there, we can have at least as much control as possible over what's to come. We can be empowered. Of course, we have control to a degree, but within the field of law, right? So that's what I mean when I say we're glimpsing into the future, a glimpse of what's to come. And then with the Hebrew cards, we'll pull the ally of the week. Beginning with the current focus or challenging gift. King of Pentacles. Ooh, yeah. And the kings are the masters of the suit that is pulled. And this is Pentacles. So it's about thoughts to things, mind to matter. Okay, looks like this. Okay, and you can read in my book, I actually introduce a new tarot that this is associated with the earth element, but I associate it with air. And if you want to know more about why, I suggest you ask me about my book or ask me to send you a video on this particular topic. It's very important, okay? We make the most of these initiations when we have the proper elemental correlations. So the king of this suit is all about the mastery of the creative process. This is where we're at right now. Beyond the things that we're creating, the details of the project that we have our hands in right now, how is our heart in it? Are we maintaining remembrance of our true creative powers, where that comes from, and why we were given those powers? These are questions that we can ask ourselves so that we can be sure that we are not wasting time and energy, that we are doing the most with what we've got in the name of the divine plan. These questions will have us reconnect to our purpose here on this earth, in this place, as not just creators, but co-creators of this sacred reality, this physical world. Remember this whole concept of thoughts to things, right? What is the power of the mind? And why are we here to create? What are we here to create? When you reconnect to that, you can refine your creative process, revisit all of these things you've got your head in, your hands in, your heart in, and ask, am I fully connecting my truth to this process? And how can I go deeper? How can I weave more of my authenticity into this creative process? More love, more of the divine plan to bring heaven to earth. And remember, that simply means bringing light into this world. And how do we do that? By embodying the light of the virtues and actualizing that light. You already have it within you, but it's about putting it into action, which really lights it up and produces more light in this world. Everything's already perfect, right? There is already light. But what we're here to do is to release that light, to unveil that light, to multiply that light. And then it makes this life worth living. So how are you remembering that and incorporating that remembrance into your creative process? Now, the shadow side of this could be ego, right? Getting too excited about all of your things and then becoming consumed by the things. And the things, by the way, can even be relationships, because they're still things, they're still temporary, these bodies are temporary. It's about the light that is being multiplied and produced within those things, including relationships, jobs, relationships, projects. So don't let the ego get too big. Don't be fooled by bright lights and shiny things. But also don't avoid it. Understand that all things are fair game when it comes to imbuing purpose into what we are doing. So how are we truly making the most of the creative process? This is the message right now. This is what we are being shown to ask ourselves right now, to tune into right now. And a little glimpse into the future, we have the Page of Wands. 2 court cards we have. The only 2 tarot cards we pulled today are both court cards. And that shows that we're really working toward mastery. I mean, we always are. We're always on that path to mastery, and it's never ending, right? But we're really at a place of some powerful initiations right now, is all that's saying. Every moment is an initiation, but we're stepping in through a very potent threshold right now. Okay, Page of Wands is the glimpse into the future. And what that means is Pages are all about open-mindedness, staying open, having a fresh perspective within the suit that's pulled. This is Wands, so it's all about fire and spirit. We need to, well, we're coming to, inevitably, a point where we're going to have the opportunity to have a fresh perspective on our spiritual path. A new way of understanding how to carry out the divine plan. A new opportunity to activate or actualize that light that is within. And so, right now, as we go through this creative process and we weave purpose into what we're creating, we create a solid foundation. Like, look how he's sitting on that throne, right? The goal right now is to reconnect to that purpose so that we can create a solid foundation in this material reality, meaning in your body first. This first home is your body. Then in your physical home, wherever you reside the most. Also, your vehicle, especially depending on how often you're in it, right? The spaces that you occupy most often are the priority. It's time to have your physical reality be a manifested representation of an inner world that is connected with purpose in a very clear way. Then when you have that sense of security in your space or spaces that you reside, then come the opportunities for growth to the next level on your spiritual and psychological path. Okay? You're going to be leaking a lot of energy, scattering your energy if you keep just manifesting more things, more relationships, more this, more that. It's in excess. In fact, there are words in other languages and even in ancient languages that represent this concept of hoarding too much, which literally translates to cancer, disease. It's a disease to hoard, right? So rather than hoard, it's about refining our spaces that we reside and again, allowing them to be a clear manifestation of a balanced inner world, an inner world that is maintaining a frequency of purpose. Okay? From there, when we have that secure foundation, then the opportunities will come to grow to the next level spiritually and psychologically. So if you've been feeling stuck, they're showing me this very clearly. If you've been feeling stuck and you've been wondering, how can I get to the next level? How can I raise my vibration to the next level of my being? How can I reach that potential? Which is always deepening, right? But how can I just take that next step and reach that next best version of myself? You're getting the answer right here, okay? The opportunities for that growth are going to come to you when you create a secure environment. And again, what I mean by secure environment is a reality that is manifested in reflection of an inner secure environment. And what that means, inner security, is spiritual security, absolutely. Because the innermost place is the most spiritual place. It's the heart of hearts. And what does it mean to have security there? It means to be connected to the mother, father within. It means to be connected to the one within, to the truth within the heart. It means to be in a space of balance. And when you're there and you remember what that feels like and you tune into that, the frequency of that most high truth, you can allow yourself to then manifest from that place and weave that light into all that you're doing, starting with your thoughts and then your words and then your actions. And when you're secure on that throne, in that space that you've created, which first is your body, remember, first is your body, then the opportunities will come to grow. Because what happens then is your cells get the message that you're safe and secure and you're ready to up level, right? Because right when we get comfortable, that's when another lesson comes, right? Well, it's time to get comfortable, but in this definition that we're being provided here. Comfortable in a way that we're spiritually secure, thus manifesting a physical, material reality in reflection of that. Then the opportunity will come. And they're telling me to really make it clear that it's definitely about your living space, but first about your body. If you're not comfortable in the body, which is your first home, you will not receive the maximum initiation. You will not receive, the opportunities will reflect the depth that you're willing to go in organizing these spaces, beginning with your body. Okay, so take care of her or him or they. Take care of that body. Take care of this body. Okay, so meaning How are you treating your body like a spiritual vessel? How is your body a representation of that inner truth? Maybe you anoint yourself with oils. Maybe you take a special cleansing bath with salts or herbs. Maybe you spray yourself with a special scent. And remember, it's not a woo-woo concept. The more natural and organic the things are that you use, the more this is going to work for the benefit of all as one. Period. So how are you treating your body like a reflection of that inner peace and truth? How are you treating your body as divine, a temple? How are you treating your space as a temple? How are you setting it up? Consider the feng shui. Are you wearing super tight clothes that are constricting your organs and your blood flow? Think about that. Be inspired by that. And then understand the feng shui or the energetic flow of the way you set up your home. What in your home do you just hate that you can't stand? Because every time you look at that thing, even subconsciously, you're throwing negative energy out there. You are creating a block. So how can you create that flow to feel good, to feel your best, to feel secure? So that you can tell the universe, I'm ready to up level. I've created that space. I am the space holder for myself. Okay, that's the divine masculine in each one of us. Create the space so that the light can enter. Create the space so that the light can enter. And what it really looks like, I just want to explain to you the science behind this concept. When you create that space, you literally create space. You literally free up the energy, because otherwise you were filling it with negativity and that creates blocks. But now you're literally creating expansiveness for more light to enter, because that's all there is light. And so as more light enters into your life, the opportunities present themselves as a byproduct of that. It's a natural, organic process. So you create the expansiveness by doing this work. Light enters, and in reflection, you begin to receive more opportunities to then build more light, because this is an infinite process. So that's how it actually works. This is big stuff. They're also telling me to remind you that this work that you do is timeless, right? So you can continue with this work at any time. But doing it right now, this particular lesson is connected to the pattern that we are currently experiencing within and all around us, within nature, within the cosmos, within our own being. The pattern that is right now is supporting this particular lesson. So if you focus primarily on this right now and make it your priority, then you will lock it in, you will harness it in a very powerful way, because you are being supported by the entire universe to do this particular work right now. So know that and allow that profound message to really sink in. You're being supported by all of life to lock this in. And the light that you bring, the light that you multiply through doing this work right now, will be multiplied significantly by the forces that be. And on that note, we have Nun, the Hebrew letter Nun. Remember, we're on a camera, so it's flipped. So you can Google this, Hebrew letter Nun, N-U-N. And I suggest that you screenshot it, make it your phone background, print it out, put it on your altar, glue it to your forehead, whatever. Definitely gaze upon it when you first wake up, when your brain waves are in that state of receptivity, when you're drifting off to sleep. And of course, anytime throughout the day that you're in a meditative place that your brain waves are most receptive. And just look at it. Just looking at them, these Hebrew letters, produces a major transmission. It allows you to receive downloads subconsciously. So the Hebrew letter Nun is the ally, which means we're planting seeds right now. And what we can see with these three cards is that we're planting seeds. We're setting fertile ground by creating a sense of security, by setting the space, holding a space for ourselves. From there, the opportunities for growth will come spiritually. So we're planting the seeds of that right now. And Nun is also connected to Arcanum 14, which is temperance, right? It's the angel of temperance, also known in ancient Egypt as the alchemist. And it's all about writing the script for the next stage of your life. Understanding with humility that there are going to be lessons that will come with blessings. But not worrying about that. There will always be highs and lows, but simply writing the script for what's to come. So how can you envision this as you do this work? How can you envision the seeds that you're planting? What the opportunities are going to look like? Have fun. Play with it. Play with it. Okay? Imagine, what do you need to be that space holder for yourself? How do you think? How do you believe your reality needs to be physically set up in order for you to receive those next opportunities? Understand that this is huge. You're planting seeds for the new moon, right? And literally the new moon next week is the time to plant seeds. So if you were actually going to plant, like literally plant seeds next week, right? But this is huge, you guys. Like I said, and please let me know in the comments if you're feeling this. And also feel free to let us know in our private group on Facebook, the Archetypal Alliance. Give feedback, talk to one another. Let's share. Are you feeling this huge threshold that you're walking through? Because you're planting seeds for the future. So as you go through this process of setting the space, redoing your space, knowing that's going to bring spiritual opportunities, how do you want your future to look? Know that the pen is in your hand and you're writing the script. You're writing that story. So one message that comes through in particular is don't be writing that same old story. Be careful of the narratives that have been ongoing, and simply just know that it's time for new. And just that knowing allows us to embrace the inevitable newness that's on its way. So allow that to inspire you and say, wow, I'm about to grow. Okay, this is how we plant seeds. I'm about to grow. From the seed, from the seed, a mighty tree will grow, right? So I'm about to shift. Wow, I accept that. I embrace that. And I just want to point out, tarot is a sequence, right? So we have 13, 14, 15. Right before 14 is death. So have you fully died? This is the week to do it, the in-between week, between the last cycle and the new one to come. Fully allow yourself to let go of that old, to die to the old. And ways you can do this are by doing little rituals, literally planting seeds, or just simply talking to your cells, right? Because just as God or source, creator, whatever, is the holy host to all beings, so too are we the holy host to all of our cells. So talk to yourself, talk to yourselves and say, like you're like the conductor, right, of the choir, and say, hey, we are all ready to start singing a new tune. We're ready to sacrifice the old to plant these seeds for the new. And I remember, I acknowledge, and I respect the fact that the better I die, the more I tend to the process of dying and really allowing that, then the better I set the grounds for a new beginning and the rebirth that's about to take place. Okay? So again, the nun is the ally. It's all about planting seeds, understanding we're walking through a threshold right now. It's about to be a whole new beginning. Embrace that. Be ready for that. Let go of the old stories. Let go of the old challenges, because new ones are coming. Because opportunities and challenges are one. So know that new growth is about to happen, and remember to take the reins. Remember the pen is in your hand. You're writing the story. All right, you guys, so we had the King of Pentacles, we had the Page of Wands, and we had the Hebrew letter Nun. Please share this with your friends and family, maybe someone who could really use an uplifting message right now, someone who could help further this message, help us activate it more, get more light out there into the world. I am going to remove this after a short bit because I'm keeping only on my pages the new moon and the full moon activations, okay? So this final quarter and the first quarter are going to go onto my subscription page. If you want the link for that page, please ask me. I'm not always going to go live on here. I'm going to put the videos directly on there. On my subscription page, I'm very active, whereas I am not at all on this page or my social media in general. So if you want more Rebecca Magic and you want more personal readings, more rare, occult, esoteric literature, please ask me for my subscription link. If you appreciated this reading and you want to give back, or you just want to let me know how this affected you, please go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/royalpathtarot, and leave a review. There are 60 reviews. You can just click on it and leave a star review there. If you for some reason can't do that, just go ahead and email me, info@royalpathtarot.com, or direct message me some word. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Let me know how this affected you. And if you want to give back and you want to do an exchange, please feel free to donate to my Venmo, Rebecca-Magic, M-A-G-I-C-K, or PayPal, Rebecca Magic. Reach out to me for the links. I'll have them posted on my wall as well. You can scroll down. I am open to readings one-on-one right now, so please ask me about that. You can private message me, leave a comment, email me, info@royalpathtarot.com, and we can set up a session and we just do it live like this. I have many options, ways to get it done, so I'm here for you. We can figure out a way. Doesn't matter where in the world you are, I can do it wherever you are. And if you're wanting to go more into the symbols of the cards, I do have an entire recorded course on the major arcanum symbolism, which pairs really well with my books, okay? The books are great because you don't need a tarot deck to use them. You can just flip open to a page. And there's some stuff in there that you'll never, ever find in another tarot guide. I promise you. Very unique and comes straight from my heart, from my practice. So if you want to become a master tarot reader, or I should put in other words, if you want to just know thyself, because tarot is all things, right? Tarot is the universal language of symbolism. So if you want to go deeper with that and learn about yourself more and how to be the best version of you, ask me about my books, ask me about my symbolism course. And if you've been waiting for the minor arcanum course, it's coming, so hang tight. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in that course. And soon the first video will be out and I'll reach out to you. Okay? I think that's everything for now. I just appreciate you guys, and I'm so glad that you're still here on this journey and that we're all here together as one. So happy final quarter. Happy integration. And I'll see you next week for the new moon. Salam. Aloha.